Oh my God, your poor dad.
You're all welcome back to Your Poor Dad. Should we start? Did you want to have a...
Yeah. Can you talk?
No.
And not mumble?
No.
Can you not have an attitude?
Well, like every single thing already, we've sat down for probably 3.5 minutes and you've only said negative things.
I know, but
all she did was ask if we were ready to start. So then
I could tell.
So then she could say, "Welcome back to Your Poor Dad." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
She was just asking if we were ready.
I'm ready.
And guess what?
I'm ready.
I'll pull a fucking Kristen and I'll leave this interview.
I swear to God, if you pull a Kristen, you're out of the family.
And you'll leave the interview?
She did that during the part 1 of the season 2 reunion.
When Tom had his like hand on Ariana's leg and she was like, "Can you guys not?"
Okay, but that's like really, when you think about it.
No. Honestly, no.
What are you talking about?
She had 0 of my sympathy.
She will never have any sympathy.
Fuck Kristen.
No, fuck Kristen. But wait, why do I sound so like light?
Could you try not to mumble?
Bailey, I don't mumble. You mumble.
You're number 1. She was number 1.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I can't believe, but like,
We can talk about it.
okay.
Because I actually, at this point now, I would really like to know your thoughts.
Okay.
Because the whole time I was like,
Yeah, every time her face pops up, it's just like not even exciting. It's not even like, ooh, what's she gonna do this time? It's like, oh God, can we just cut her out?
Cut her out.
get
Yeah.
it out. Yeah. All right, go for it, Bailey.
Okay. Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the 4th Brandt sister.
Welcome
Thank you.
back.
Welcome.
We're all on our best behavior today,
Here's the thing.
especially me.
I'm in a great mood, Bailey. What kind of mood are you in?
I'd say it's getting a little lower since we sat down, but I was pretty great.
Here's the other thing. Jade, what kind of mood are you in?
I'm just irritated.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, I think I walked in and you guys just seem like a little buzzed and it's kind of annoying.
Well, here's the thing. When you walked in, I wasn't buzzed. I think I am a little now.
Oh, okay.
But when you walked in, I wasn't. But then we continued watching Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
And then,
And then, yeah.
Then I got there.
I just think I'm like so much more sensitive to it now because it's like I can tell when people are talking a little louder.
No, you think that Bailey was mumbling because she was a little drunk, but Bailey just mumbles.
I know, but I need her to enunciate. We're a podcast.
But all she said was, "Irony." Like,
I know. And it just like irritates me because I have to like you guys don't even listen to the podcast. I listen to the podcast like 3 times.
Listen to the podcast. I listened to it today.
everybody,
Suck
hold
my
on.
ass.
Hold on. What Bailey was doing, already, and then she said, "Welcome back to Your Poor Dad," and then she was preparing to. But when she's just pulse check, are we ready? She doesn't
I
have
could
to
tell that maybe
enunciate.
some of us needed to like right check themselves. They weren't ready to just jump in right into it. So I was being kind to you.
She was trying to be.
And are you still gonna watch Hank for me?
I don't know anymore. We'll see how this goes.
Ooh,
This bitch.
We'll
Ding,
see
ding.
how
I
this
guess
goes.
we'll see.
I guess we'll see. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right in with the Vanderpump Rules of it all.
Okay.
Only because, like I said, when you walked into our house, we were watching it.
Yes.
You watched a little bit.
You guys are like almost done with season 3.
Yes, we're almost done with season 3.
I did not expect you to go through this so quickly.
Neither did I, honestly.
You're
neither did
almost
I.
doing a season, an episode of
a season
Your Poor Dad.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it just keeps going, right? So
Yeah, it's literally like the longest season. Imagine watching it in real time. It's like 6 months of your life is Vanderpump Rules.
well, last night Bailey and I realized we were like, okay, we can't turn it off at the end of an episode because they cliffhangers. You know what I mean? We were like, we have to cut it off in the middle of an episode, otherwise we're never going to go to sleep. Which is why we've actually gotten so far, because it just keeps we're like, we gotta see what's next. We gotta see what's next.
So just so the listeners know, now they are at Sheena's wedding.
Sheena just got married. We're at the, I think for the reception is the next episode. Here are a couple of my thoughts. I hate Kristen. I hate Kristen so much. I hate Kristen so much.
She's really bad in this season. This is the Suck a Dick Diana season, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Suck a Dick Diana. She's like smoking her.
Yeah, because she's yelling.
She's yelling on the porch of Sir.
Well, and
because she brought Miami.
I was gonna say, here's what I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened with Miami Girl, but what I think happened, I think all of this is orchestrated by Kristen.
No, I think he hooked up with her.
I don't even necessarily at this point care about that. I think that Miami Girl came to Sir because of Kristen.
Yeah, no shit.
But Kristen, oh my God, no, because Miami Girl texted her and said she wanted to come there. I don't believe you, Kristen. I think that you told her to come there.
I think Kristen was in touch with this girl. I think she found out who she was. Either the girl like Instagram DM'd her or something. And then I think Kristen was hyping her up to come out there.
100%. 100%.
But Tom still sucks.
Tom still sucks. But Kristen is that's the thing that's annoying is Tom sucks. And that could be what we focus on. But Kristen is being so ridiculous. She's making it worse. She's the one that is acting worse in the situation.
I know. Like, she doesn't even let Tom's suckiness shine through in these seasons because she is trying to hide. Your dogs are so annoying.
Who wants to be in mommy's lap? Anybody? Nobody?
It's like Kristen can't just let Tom dig his own hole.
And she doesn't... I also understand it's really hard when you're that close, but she doesn't realize that he would dig his own grave.
Yeah.
If she just chilled the fuck out.
Yeah.
But she can't.
And remind me, Stassi's not talking to Kristen, right?
No.
Not at all.
The Stassi of it all.
Okay, how do you guys feel about Stassi? Because some of our listeners were like really worried that we liked Stassi.
Wait, really? I thought that most people liked Stassi.
Yeah, but Stassi is like a mean girl in the first 2 seasons.
Well, and I think she's a meaner girl in this 3rd season because my notes on Stassi right now, she's so what happened is, so she's not working at Sir, but she's still on the show. Mm-hmm. She moved to New York with her boyfriend Patrick.
Yeah.
But then they move back to Hollywood, LA, whatever.
Because of the show. Yeah.
After 6 months.
Yeah.
And
she's like, I just fucking got here.
And what's really annoying is the fact that she is acting so
much better,
high and mighty, so above it all. Bitch,
she gets humbled. She gets really humbled.
Okay. Can't wait for that because I'm also really, really, really annoyed. The only friend she has at this moment is Katie. And technically at this moment that I'm in, she does not have Katie because she's mad at Katie
for going to
Sheena's bachelorette party.
Oh,
bachelorette party
yeah.
in Miami. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, apparently she's not necessarily mad that Katie decided to go. She's mad that Sheena's the one that told Stassi first. And Katie's like, because Katie and Schwartz, oh my God. Okay, we all know that each season it's clearly about one couple who's cheating on their partner. Yeah. And this season 3 is Schwartz and Katie. And so Katie's like, me and Schwartz are going to therapy. I care about my relationship. We're making not consequences, sacrifices? Compromises, that's the word. Oh my God. Compromises for each other. So like, this is important to him, so I want to go, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And the fact that Stassi is just like so like unmoving in her stance. She's like,
I think, okay, this is what I think, if I remember correctly, I think that Stassi associates all those people with Kristen and Jax. So I think that she just is like, why would you hang out with these people after what they did to me?
But the thing is they still all work together. And I don't it's her fault that she doesn't work there anymore. But if you are still working with these people day in and day out, like, you have to have some kind of decent relationship with them.
Yeah.
Like, you can't always just want to, like, be at each other's throats at all times.
And let's just remember also, Stassi's like 25.
Stassi's 25. But the thing is like, I kind of, how selfish she is, where she really does only think that the world revolves around her.
Yeah.
And that, like, Katie, Stassi does not give a shit about Katie, what Katie's going through right now with Schwartz.
Yeah.
Stassi still only cares about what Jax and Kristen did a year or two ago.
Stassi's acting a little selfish in this moment.
Very selfish.
And yeah. And she has that kind of like 25-year-old mentality that it's like, I'm old enough to know better. Like, she thinks she knows everything right now. But she doesn't. And she doesn't realize that yet. And then she gets fucking humbled.
I was going to say, because
Patrick is toxic.
She thinks that she has, like, the hand up.
She thinks that she has this.
She thinks that she's going to get, like, married and have this perfect relationship.
Well, what happened is, like, Patrick is, like, this radio guy in New York. And he thinks he is just the hottest shit ever. He is, like, such a douchey asshole. And he's so, like, he'll use big words and be like, oh, you don't know that word? Like, that's
like
his
consequence, or wait, compromise.
Yeah. And he just, I think it like also puts like this chip on Stassi's shoulder, and I think it also stresses her out. And they were like always fighting and breaking up and like getting back together. So yeah, you'll see all of that. But
so are you saying that they moved back to LA because of the show?
Yeah.
Because on the show they say that it's because he got a new job.
Yeah, but I think it's because Vanderpump Rules is also like Stassi's
Like,
job at this point.
she's probably getting more money than like what he was getting or something.
I'm sure at this point they're probably getting like a little bit more money, but I think that he is probably making a little bit more than her. And she also had this blog. Mm-hmm. I think it was like Stassi.
Do you remember what it was called? It was
The one for Pandora?
No,
No.
she started her own blog called like Styles with
Styled by
Stassi
Stassi,
or something like
Styled
that.
by Stassi. Yeah, but you'll see all that. But Sheena's still really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
She'll never not be annoying though. That's like just Sheena.
Well, here's the thing about Sheena. Here's the thing that pissed me off the most. There's so many things about Kristen this season, but like I have been cringing at Sheena every time she does her music, right?
Yeah.
But Kristen is so annoying this season that like whenever James is producing her latest single, like Kristen insists on being in the studio, but like she's such a downer vibe. She's like sitting on the couch and she's like meh, 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 whatever. And
Yeah.
Sheena's like, why is she here? Like, we're not like good right now, whatever. And Kristen's like, the reason I'm here is because like I support my man. First of all, you hate this man. You literally hate this man all you want. Every time you're in like one of the like one-on-one interview things or whatever, she just keeps talking about like, oh, me and Tom probably still have a chance. Like, you hate James.
Yeah.
So for her,
wait,
to be
didn't
like,
they cry? She
Yes.
cried to him in Miami.
they cried to
She
each
looked
other.
so weird the whole
No,
time.
that's the thing. He cried to her
Yeah.
as soon as she broke him down, and he was like, I did think that this relationship was forever. At one point, I thought that this was the rest of my life, and it didn't work out. And like, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for what I did, but like, I want to like, I'm gonna be cool with James. Can you please do the same? You know, like he was very in that moment. Here's the other fucking thing. I'm so pissed that Kristen keeps making me feel like have the sympathy for like these men,
Tom,
these
yeah.
fucking shitty
Yeah.
ass men. But it's like in that moment, I felt for Tom, and the look on her face the entire time.
I remember when he cried, she smiled.
She was like, "It's working."
Yeah.
She was like, he still obviously cares about me. And I was like, and I know that she's like so cognizant of the cameras on her that she like doesn't want to have her like ugly cry face.
No,
when-
Bailey said that Bailey was like, she knows the cameras. She wants the clip to be like him crying while she's not, like,
Yeah.
which is so true and mental.
Yeah.
She's mental. She lost her damn mind.
Because she does that, and then they go back home, and then she's like, hey, Miami girl, like, you should come to Sir.
Yeah.
Literally insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Because here's the thing. At this point, everyone knows the rumors. Ariana has heard all the rumors. She believes what she believes.
Yes.
And that's
but
as much as you can do.
Okay, but here's the thing that you need to be thinking about, because these people have now been on reality TV for 2 years, and Kristen is constantly like the butt of everyone's like shit, you know? And she
For good reason.
I know, but like all of their stuff has not come to light yet. So it's like, and she had to be so honest on camera. So like, I think she feels like, why aren't these people having to be honest on camera? So it's like, she feels like it's not fair.
Well, and I totally get that, because then going back to the Schwartz and Katie of it all, like, the other thing that pisses me off is that I hate that I'm like, that Schwartz is the most likable guy, because
he sucks.
he sucks. But I was trying to like put it in words to Bailey, where like when Jax texted Schwartz and said, hey, by the way, Kristen took my phone. Jax gave Kristen his phone, but whatever. Mm-hmm. And she saw these text messages between the Vegas girl and Jax, and basically she now knows that like you heavily made out with this girl in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Because he previously had denied it. And
well,
but the thing that annoys me is, as soon as Schwartz gets that text message, he says, hey, Bubby. First of all, why do they call each other? Like, why is it Bubby?
Bubba.
Bubby.
Bubba.
Hey, Bubby, can I talk to you real quick? They're out. And hey, can I talk? And he goes, I've been wanting to say this. I wanted to do it in therapy. I wanted to do it so many times. I just finally have the courage to say it. Does not say that Jax just texted him.
Oh, I forget. Where were they?
They were at
at a
this,
bar.
like, speakeasy place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And he
he's
drops
like-
the bomb on her.
He's like, oh, I just have to get this off my chest. Something did happen with the girl in Vegas. And Katie's still so cool about it.
He has
and
like
it's
a whole monologue. He was like, I really just want to tell you this because like I'm just so grateful for that experience, because now I'm like really excited that like we are in a good place now, and I've never been happier than to be with you. And like back then I wasn't sure, but now I know.
Yeah.
And I just like really wanted to let you know, okay, no conversation, bye.
It's just annoying that I respect that half truth more than like any of the other guys, because the other guys just straight up lie and deny.
Yeah. Well, and the most frustrating thing now, I think, is being Katie, because I think Katie also has always looked like this nagging girlfriend, and Schwartz has always looked like this charming little guy, like, oh, poor Schwartzy, and then like naggy Katie. But like, it comes to such a head on the current season where you're just like, that is exactly why she divorced you, because you are so like a slippery little fish in your hand.
He's like a hot dummy. He's
Which
just like,
is why it was so mind-blowing to learn that he was pre-med before he like started.
Yeah, and like, what does pre-med even really mean?
it's like you go to, maybe he like went to college saying, I want to be a doctor.
It's like, I was pre-med. Okay.
I am pre-med. Pre-med.
Yeah.
Everyone's technically pre-med.
Yeah.
But I was like, he would not make a good doctor.
But
He
like,
can't
I
make
don't
a
think he
goddamn
graduated
decision.
with pre-med.
No,
I don't know if he graduated anything at all.
no, I think he had the intention.
Exactly. So it's like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to be a doctor. Okay. Are you? No.
A couple more.
Or should we? I think we need to wrap up Vanderpump.
I know, but
we've been
like-
talking about it a lot.
I know. Okay, so I'll skip that one. Jax's nose job, it looks the same.
Yeah.
So that was weird. Is he bi? Like, is that like a thing?
Did the guy come?
Yeah,
Oh,
John.
I think it's like, he definitely had like, he like dipped his little toe, but like, he won't tell anyone.
Okay, so it's not. He's
not openly bi.
Okay,
But like, I think he like sucked dick for money. You know,
Okay,
that
well-
kind of gay.
Yeah.
right.
Gay for pay.
The last thing that I just wanted to say, like another thing about Kristen, is she literally said to Lisa when Lisa fired Kristen, right? Mm-hmm. But then she said, I should have quit Sir a long time ago.
I know, Paige. She said that meaning like, I should have quit SUR a long time ago before you fired me. Like, you gotta let it go.
I can't let it go because I hate her so much.
Okay. Well, let's move on from Vanderpump.
Yeah, we can move on.
Let us know what you guys think about the Vanderpump stuff. I'm really excited because Andy Cohen just came on his radio show this week and he was like, you guys are going to lose your minds at this next episode because if you watch it, you're going to think that we edited it after knowing all the Raquel and Sandoval stuff. But he said they didn't. And he's like, pay very close attention. So I think that the producers might have like caught wind of something. And then they have been like building this before.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm really excited.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch gears. How about you tell us about your South by Southwest experience?
Now that I'm an influencer.
Because you've been doing so much more than I thought that you were going to do for South by.
Well, at first I was like kind of annoyed because I wasn't getting invited to any events by any brands. I was like, do you not know who I am?
It's me, Jade
It's me, Jade B. And then I kind of just was like, okay, I need to put myself out there. So I started like becoming friends with some of the girlies and I just like DM them and they're all so nice. Like literally like, oh, what events are you going to? Do you want to go? Like, you know, that one girl who like did that TikTok about the New York influencers and everyone was like, okay.
The mean influencers?
Yeah, she's like, I just came from this event and everyone was asking me what events I was going to and who my management was and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, it's an industry event. Like, what else are you guys going to talk about? Like, you're literally at an influencer event. Duh.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, whatever. But that's not really the vibe. Like, the Austin girlies are all really smart and really funny. And I have to say, I think they're better than their online personas, which I think is usually like kind of the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mr. Roberts, he spoke on a panel.
That's
and
so exciting.
That was really exciting. So, but he didn't let me go because he said, oh no, you don't need to go. I went to the Skinny Confidential event and that was really cool. I got a ton of shit, like all this like Skinny Confidential worthy stuff. That was really fun. This girl, Kimberly, who has a podcast, she invited me and she was like, Kimberly did something that was like very cool that like I definitely clocked as like, okay, you're a real one. So we were leaving the event and then Lauren Bostic was like leaving, or she was kind of like cross paths with us and she said, thank you for coming. And Kimberly was like, oh my gosh, I love your podcast. I'm like such a fan. Like I have a podcast. And then she was like, and then my friend Jade here, she has a podcast too. And
that's really nice.
She like did not have to say that. And that was just like a very cool girl thing that like is so small, but like means a lot to somebody. Like, and not that like Lauren from Skinny Confidential is gonna be like, oh wow, like this really like moved the needle, but like,
well, but I noticed that Grace did that same thing when we were at that HBO event. I can't even remember exactly how she worded it, but it was something like, to the group of girls that she knew better, it was like, oh yeah, like, because it was Jade and her sister, because no one knows me, that's fine, but it was like,
well, because you don't put yourself out there on social, you need to.
I know. But it's like, oh yeah, like Jade and her sisters, like she said something like they have a podcast, or it's like, oh, I think she said like my favorite podcast or something. Like she said something like that where I was like, noted. Like that was a really nice thing to say to people that like, that like we don't, like you're introducing us to.
Yeah. You know who also
really cool.
does that is Mr. Roberts and his friends. And it's like the cutest thing ever. Like, so Mr. Roberts' friend was sitting with these really cute girls at Soho House. And so he called me over. He's like, Jade, all these girls met on Bumble BFFs. You should be friends with them. Like that was like the vibe. And I was like, oh my God, thanks. Because like they know that I like want to find friends. And so actually I like have like friend dates set up with these girls. So I'm like so pumped. And Mr. Roberts was like, I see these girls at Equinox and they're super cool. Like they're definitely girls you want to be friends with. Like he was like hyping me up.
I love that.
I know. It was really cute. So it was a really fun weekend. We thought we were going to see Leon Bridges and it was so annoying because like we thought it was going to go on at 10 and then it was like, oh no, he's coming out at 12. And then we get there and we're like sitting there. We're not sitting there. It's like a club. So we're like waiting for him to go on. And like Leon Bridges is there. We're like literally looking
Like,
at
you
him.
can see
We're
him.
like, when are you going to sing, bitch? Entertain us. And then he just like never went on. And we're like, okay, like it's 12:45. Like, should we go home?
Yeah,
And we did. And he never sang.
That's wild.
I know. It was really annoying.
Because my friends thought he was performing too.
They were going to pay $100 cover.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I told Mr. Roberts that and he was like, oh my God.
I know. I'm glad that they didn't because
Yeah.
he never performed.
I know.
So it's crazy.
But it's been really fun. Today I went to an event. Grace invited me to this Bumble event, which was really sweet. And it's like, the only thing I don't like about the events is like all the pictures, because I'm just not a picture girly. And it's like, oh, like let's take 5,000 pictures. But this one wasn't really like that. But at Skinny Confidential is like 100 pictures. Like, got to get the right light, you know, all that shit. Which like in the end, I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate
just
the result.
awkward in the moment.
But it's like awkward because it's like, I
What
don't know
do I do with my hands?
Well, in a picture that Paige posted on her story, you're like hiding behind a plant. Like Paige was like in the middle, like hands up, and then you're like behind a fern.
Well, it was like literally the most awkward.
It wasn't awkward.
It was like we just walked in. They're like, picture.
And it was like, we looked at each other like, are we supposed to like each be on the side of this banner?
Yeah.
And it was weird. But I just think that it's so great that you're taking advantage of these opportunities that are being, you know, presented to you. So
Yeah.
I love that for you and for us.
Thanks. So hopefully that we can get some of those girls on our podcast, because I think that they're all like super funny and smart.
We love funny and smart.
But we need a new fucking this set makes me so sad. Like, I can't even look at it.
Yeah. And we will get there.
Okay.
Sisters,
Okay. Who's
we
we?
will get there.
Me? I'll do it.
No, I will do it if
Okay,
we
let's
can
do it.
get some funds. you
Okay.
know? Something I just wanted to say is I posted about a March Madness thing, and I had sisters DMing me saying, oh, I wanted to reach out to you guys to talk about March Madness. This is me talking about March Madness because I don't know what to say about March Madness.
I don't think, maybe there's another podcast for the sisters for that, because
Well, but when you like, what would that be?
like Barstool.
But what if they want to hear it from girls?
I don't give a shit about March Madness, and Purdue's like the #1 seed.
See, you know more than I do.
I know nothing.
All I was trying to do is acknowledge our listeners'
Yeah.
wants, and also say that I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But like appreciate and respect.
We love
Are
you guys, but like, I don't know what to say about March Madness.
Well, should we do listener stories?
Yeah.
This one is Morgan Evans, Loser Vibes.
Yes. We agree.
It says, Dear Jade, Paige, and Bailey, after having seen Morgan Evans in concert, my sister and I can confirm that he has major loser energy. Every time he would say something, all we could hear was Jade saying, pick me, pick me. To add to that, he chose to wear a kilt on stage and wave around a Scottish flag since we were in Scotland.
I thought she was going to say wave around his dick on stage.
Just fling it around in his kilt.
He's Australian.
Well, but they were in Scotland. But
Okay.
none of the other 16 acts did that. So he just, like, it seems like there's not anything to, like, redeem about him. I thought that you guys would like that it was
Oh,
confirmed
interesting.
in person. And also, this person has been listening to us since basically day one and cannot recommend it enough to everyone I know.
Oh my God.
My sister, mom, and best friend all listen, and we love to talk about what you guys are up to. Just the poncho story or pick me or Paige screaming, I'm going to ruin your life never fails to make us laugh.
Poncho.
I will never. That image is just ingrained. Like, you were such a dick, just like jumping out in the hallway, Poncho, and then running away.
But that's something that only an older sister can do to like piss a younger sister. Like, why did you like that poncho so much?
I didn't have it yet. It was my Christmas present.
It was literally
You literally ruined
You were-
Christmas.
You were supposed to be wrapping that Christmas present. Like you ruined
what?
Yes. Yes, you did. You always forget this fact that mom, for whatever reason, like gave you.
That is not something I would ever give me as a task.
Well,
She
but
couldn't
mom
give
did.
it to me.
It was
Wait,
her
so
present.
I was
You were supposed to be wrapping Bailey's Christmas present, and you put it on and like ran out to like the top of the stairs and just yelled Poncho while you're like shaking your little shoulders, and then you like ran away.
I am
so
so
mean.
funny.
You were such a bitch.
It's mean.
And that poncho was so fucking. What is that?
She
That's
was
ugly.
like 9.
Yeah.
Or like 8 or something. Like she
I
was
probably like still believed in Santa, and you probably ruined that.
she thought Santa was bringing that poncho.
That is so poncho.
And then every time Bailey wore that fucking poncho, or she looked at it, she probably just thought about you making fun of that fucking poncho.
Yeah.
That's what older sisters are for. Poncho.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me a tickle.
Okay, next one. All right, I like changed this a lot. Okay, so this is the backstory of the main part. 2 years ago, the listener dated a guy that we're calling Jared. She went through his phone and saw that he was snapping or texting some girl named Denise, but she didn't think it was weird because like she knew Denise's like friend, whatever.
Still weird.
Yeah, but she was like, okay, I'm not gonna, this isn't a big offense. So they broke up for unrelated reasons 2 months later, and he started dating Denise less than 2 weeks after that. Duh.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
So now Jared and Denise are married. So like that was like the whole.
Oh
so,
my
like,
God.
It's been
Wow.
like a year after that. So like this was 2 years ago.
Okay.
But now,
Wait, imagine like hearing that story from Denise's point of view. Like if you were Denise's friend, like, oh my God, yeah, like Jared used to snap me. And I was just like, oh, he was just like a guy with a girlfriend. And then now we're married. You know how stories can be so skewed based off like the point of view of who you're hearing them from.
Yeah.
Like, and then our listeners like, Jared was cheating on me with Denise.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, because back to your point with the other side, it's like, oh, I was just Snapchatting a guy with a girlfriend. It's like, because why?
No, but like imagine Denise is like, oh my gosh, like he has a girlfriend. He's not interested in me. We're just friends, you know?
Okay, I get now.
Yeah.
Now I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So in the midst of all that, my sister started to date Jared's cousin, which is also his best friend. My sister and her boyfriend have been dating over a year now, and they're getting married at the end of March. Guess who the best man is?
Jared.
And I'm the maid of honor.
Ooh.
His wife gave my sister permission for me to walk down the aisle with him. Also, my boyfriend has been iffy on going, but he said he will, and I understand that he isn't comfortable with me walking down the aisle with my ex. Neither am I, but I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to get drunk, I guess, and see how it goes.
Wait, that's so awkward. First of all, like, okay, I'm assuming not walk down the aisle, walk like down the aisle after though, right?
Probably both ways.
before and after.
That's not how most weddings are.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
My wedding, the bridesmaids go up first and the groomsmen and the groom file in.
Most weddings they go
No.
like to. Every wedding except for yours has done that.
I think most weddings that I've been to haven't done that.
I'm just letting you know it's more popular than you think it. Like it is very common for like
Anyways,
twos to go.
I just thought that was interesting because also, like, if it's that weird, they don't have to walk down the aisle with each other. Like,
I think it's weird to make people walk down the aisle together. I think it's like, because they're not getting married. Like, it's not about them. It's about, like, your support system. So that's why I didn't make mine walk down the aisle together. I feel like it's just kind of, like, weird.
But that's why I think it's not weird because, like, I walked down the aisle with my friend's brother. Like, it's only because we are like the vessel, like, to get to the end.
See,
like, who cares?
I see it as like the bride comes out with her girls and then the groom comes out with his guys. Like, the groom should go out first. He should walk his mom out with his friends and they should like all file up and be waiting there. And then the bridesmaids lead out the bride.
What some people decide to do is like
No, I know. I've been in like a ton of weddings. I know.
Well,
I've done both.
You said that you hadn't been in any weddings that did.
No, I did not say that. I said most weddings don't do it that way. I think it's like it's a trend that's ending.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe can you ask your friend to change her wedding? That's weird.
No, it's her.
It's also
friend's-
her sister, and
it's her sister's wedding.
Oh, then yeah, even more ask her.
No, her sister can have the wedding however she wants to.
Why
have
does
the
Jared
wedding.
have to be there?
Because it's
he's
his
the best
it's
man.
the cousin of the groom.
Yeah, I think you should
Cousin
just-
and best friend.
I think you should try to disassociate from that moment.
I think it's fine. And also, like
cross your eyes when you're walking down the aisle.
my ex-boyfriend was supposed to walk down the aisle with his ex-girlfriend at their friend's wedding, and they just like switched it, like in like the ranking order it was gonna be like that, but they just moved it. So like, why can't you just not walk down with that one person?
Because they're the two most important people. That's a really big pickle, I have to say. I think the best solution to that is you ask them to like do the wedding differently.
Just
the
don't
better
get married.
way.
Elope.
Or another thought is, I don't think that them walking next to each other down the aisle is going to change any feelings.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so either, but like I wouldn't want to do that.
I think it is a weird thing. That's why I wanted to read it, because
Yeah. That is a sticky
it.
situation, but literally the only solution is to do it the way I said.
But can you imagine if I told you that you needed to do your wedding differently? You'd be like, fuck off.
No, I would say okay.
No, yeah, fucking right. You'd be like, no, my
Look
wedding is my wedding.
No,
and
but
it's
look
going to
how
be
it-
the way I want it to be.
Look how easygoing and agreeable I am. No, but imagine if I came to you and I was like, hey, the day of, I'm like, you know what, Paige? I really thought that I was going to be cool with this, but I'm just not.
I'd be like, cool, we'll switch. Switch. That's what I'd
That's
say.
the tallest in the middle. Okay. Hi, sisters.
Hello.
I have an older sister that I never get to see, so your podcast always makes me feel like I'm with her.
Thank you.
Do you also want to kill your sister all the time?
How does it feel this episode? Does it feel good or what?
Tensions are fucking high.
All right. About 5 years ago, I was dating a guy I met at a restaurant. He was my server. We'll call him Matt.
Matt.
At
Hey, what has no arms, no legs, and shows up at your front porch?
Matt.
Good one. At this time, I am managing a coffee shop and had just hired a new girl. We'll call her Alex. That I kind of knew, but she was from a different part of town.
Wait, hold on. Who's Matt?
Matt's a boy
The
she
guy
was
who
dating.
showed up at the front porch without any arms or legs.
Who's Matt?
Matt is the listener's boyfriend.
Okay, and then who's Alex?
Alex works for the listener.
Oh,
Like-
our listener's a little boss?
At the time, I am managing a coffee shop
Oh,
and
okay.
had just hired a new girl. We'll call her Alex.
Okay.
That I kind of knew, but she was from a different part of town. So me and Alex continue to work together and become best friends. I schedule us together on every shift. We hang out after work and on weekends. We were inseparable. One day she asked me, what would you do if you knew one of your friends was getting cheated on?
Fuck.
Would you tell your friend?
Fuck.
What a bitch.
She's the one cheating.
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about her friend group from high school who I didn't know, but I said to tell her friend, duh. Fast forward a couple months, Matt comes into the coffee shop at the end of my shift so we can get some lunch, and Alex goes, oh, hey, Matt, how are you? Mind you, I had no idea that they even knew each other, so obviously I asked how they met, and turns out they went to high school together and they have some common friends. No big deal. Now fast forward 6 months, I've broken up with Matt at this point because something just didn't feel right. And one day I'm at Alex's house with some of her high school friends, and we had just smoked a giant blunt outside, so I was high off my ass. All of a sudden, her friends get up and say they need to leave very abruptly. We say our goodbyes, and now it's just Alex and I. We're chatting, and all of a sudden, she starts to cry out of nowhere. I obviously ask what's wrong, and she starts to confess to me that her good friend from high school had been sleeping with Matt for almost the full 2 years he and I were together.
Oh my God.
And that he would give her $20 after each hookup to bribe her not to tell her friends because I worked with one of them. which was Alex.
Quid pro quo?
But
What? That's not what that means.
Okay, go on.
doxing? Oh my God, she totally doxed her. Alex and I are not friends anymore, and I sometimes feel bad about that because we had so much fun together and always got along so well, but I can't have something like that in my life.
No.
As of now, I am still dating the best man ever, and I think we're going to get engaged this year, so we'll see.
Oh my God.
So good luck
Happy
to you and your
endings.
Happy ending for you. And also, you don't need Alex in your life because that's shitty.
Yeah, and also to be like, hey, would you tell your friend if you knew that they were getting cheated on? It's like,
And then your response was yes, and then she still didn't tell you.
For like
it's
2 months.
weird.
Years.
Oh yeah.
She was being cheated on for 2 years. Such a big
That's
deal.
really traumatizing.
He was giving her money every time. That's weird.
That's a lot of $20. How rich was your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah,
for
I mean,
high
he's
school?
a waiter.
$20. He's like, I gotta go have sex. Gotta go to the ATM.
Here's a 20.
Like, instead of just breaking, this is men right here. They will literally go to the ATM and get $20 out and have sex with a girl and bribe her not to tell anyone instead of just breaking up with their girlfriend.
Because why are you even still with the girlfriend?
Yeah. I don't understand that.
I don't either. And like, why would paying $20 like,
Hey, this will keep your mouth shut, right?
yeah, like, I don't
This will
know.
keep
I'd
your
be like-
mouth shut and those legs open.
I'd be like, no.
I'd be like,
Thank you.
I'm not gonna not take the $20.
yeah, like I need gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guess what? You can't close these lips.
No, and she was fucking telling everyone anyway. I'd be like, wow, this is so weird. He gave me $20 not to tell anyone. Now I'm gonna tell everyone.
Yeah, like you made it a bigger deal.
Yeah. Like, I would probably not feel very proud of myself if I were hooking up with someone who had a girlfriend. And so maybe I wouldn't be like sharing that with my friends, except for if he gave me $20 to not tell anyone. Then I would definitely tell people and be like, wait, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Starbucks is on me, girls.
Starbucks on me.
Well, the other one is a workplace one. And are we going to save that?
Let's save it. Yeah, you guys write in with your workplace dating drama. We want to hear everything. Paige and I have both dated workplace people. Have you?
No.
I have plenty of workplace drama stories. Truly. Truly.
By the way, this guy that always DMs me, he got into it with me about Selena and Haley. Like, it won't stop.
Well, it will if we stop talking about it.
Okay, fine. I won't bring it up anymore. Should we leave it here?
Because we just love girls.
We love girls. We don't pick and choose what females we support. We just blindly support all of them. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like, why does support women mean like you have to support every single woman? What if somebody's bad?
There are bad ones.
There's bad people.
Eileen Wuornos. That's one just right off the top of my head.
I know. And like,
Actually, no, you can't say that because you believed Casey Anthony when their documentary came out.
that was a very convincing argument.
No,
Not
it wasn't.
really.
I was like, when is this bombshell going to drop?
we
Jade
watched it
believed
we watched it just because you were like, I don't know, like I kind of believe her. So we're like, oh, where's the turning point? And then it ended, and we were like, is she okay?
And it was called Where the Truth Lies. I was like, what the?
Yeah, because she's
So
a
you are a
liar.
fucking liar.
Yeah. Oh, where the truth lies.
Duh.
Oh, and now I get it. Yeah,
Well-
Casey Anthony, like, it's a tricky one.
I don't.
Maybe for some.
Yeah.
But what I found funny about that review was that their word for word, what they said was, it seems like you guys pick and choose who you want to support. And it's like, duh. Doesn't everybody?
Who blindly supports everyone?
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, so you just can't have an opinion?
it's like, I support the people that I want to support. But like, I don't support the people
It seems
I
like you
don't wanna
guys
support.
pick and choose who you like and don't like.
Correct.
Yeah. That's how it works.
It's like everybody has
And by the way,
option.
like we weren't really saying anything like
But people shouldn't like.
yeah,
anyone.
like we were saying like I see why people like Selena for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying like why does Selena have to be the only good one and Haley has to be the bad one?
I don't even want to get into that because now
I literally suck my ass.
After everything's been said and done, it's like, I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. But
yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm just scared around the issue.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and listening. And maybe I'll be in a better mood when we record
God,
the
I
FaceTime.
fucking hope so.
maybe.
And share this, maybe like share like a really good episode with one of your friends. And
Yeah,
like
maybe go back a couple episodes and share one of those.
Actually, you know what? You should share this one because this
People
is
like when we fight.
what being sisters is all about. Like, we truly have no choice but to stay related, and tomorrow when we wake up we're still sisters. So
Yeah.
like, even if Jade's being a little see you next Tuesday today, like, I'm gonna see her tomorrow. So
right.
I'm
it
going to
is what
see
it
her
is.
next Tuesday.
you'll see her next Tuesday. I'm gonna see her tomorrow on a FaceTime.
Right. And Bailey, you're
Right.
watching my dog.
And the only other thing I'd like to say is we're recording this on Pi Day, and I don't think anyone realizes that. And we didn't even have pie.
Grow
That's
up.
something that you don't even care about.
I know. I think it's lame.
I know you do.
How many digits of pi do you know, Paige?
Bailey,
All right. Say goodbye.
goodbye.
Bye.
That's what you get. Karma is a fucking bitch. Karma is my boyfriend. The attitude you have today is unreal.